today we're going to be talking about trust. Trust in God, trust in the Holy Spirit, and trust in Jesus. Trust is something very important that we all need. We all need trust in our lives. We need trust to form a personal relationship with God. We need trust in every relationship we have. But unfortunately, a lot of us have been through situations where it's hard for us to trust other people. It's hard for us to trust God. And this is a problem. But the good news is it's fixable. How do you trust God? How do you put your trust in God? How do you allow yourself to let go of that control and say, Father God, I surrender? How do you do all these things? Well, the first thing you have to do is believe. When you believe, you'll trust. Then you got to have faith. Okay? You got to have faith in God. You got to trust and believe that wherever God is leading you, it is the way you need to go. Okay? You got to trust and believe that whenever you're about to fall into a trap or step into a landmine, God is there to lift you up. You got to trust and believe when you're going through hard times and difficulties, God is still there with you. I know it's difficult, but it's doable. When we look at the Bible, there's so many examples of trust. The best example I can use in the Bible is King David. As some of you may know, King David wasn't perfect. But one thing he always did was call on to God. He trusted God. He believed in God. He had faith in God. He made sure his belief, his faith, and his trust in God was unshakable. He made sure no matter what he was going through, he always reached out to God. Even when it seemed like God was far away, he always made sure he called on to the Lord. Now, trust is not something easy to give away. Our trust is very important to us. We want to hold it. We want to give it to people that deserve it. We want to give it to family members that deserve it and all this. That's great and all, but sometimes we forget the one that we need to trust the most is God, not the people around us. When you trust God, everything else falls into place. When you believe in God, everything comes full circle. Okay, now trusting others is fine, but you got to know where to put your trust. You got to know who to give your trust to. And if you don't know these things, it's easy for you to get let down a lot. It's easy for you to get disappointed a lot. But even with that, even when we're disappointed and when we feel let down, we should always hold on to the goodness in us. Okay? We should always take that trust and say, you know what? If you didn't appreciate my trust, I'll give it to somebody else that appreciates it. Because when we don't allow ourselves to trust people and trust God, what happens is we keep this inside of us and then we start saying to ourselves, I'm never going to trust anybody again. No, you did something wrong to me. I'm not going to trust anybody again. No, I'm not trusting that man again. I'm not trusting that woman again. I'm not trusting the neighbor again. I'm not trusting anyone again. And then when you do that, you put yourself in a situation where you are unable to trust, and you don't even trust God, because you say to yourself, when I trust people, they disappoint me. And where was God when people were disappointing me? How can I trust God if he lets all these people come into my life and break my heart and all this? Let me tell you this. God is there even while you're going through heartbreak. Nobody's perfect, and a lot of people make mistakes. People hurt each other, not because they want to sometimes. They hurt each other because of the mistakes they make. They hurt each other because they don't think things through. You understand? I know it's hard to deal with, disappointment, heartbreak, and all these things. But let me tell you, God can fix all of that. When you take your trust to him, you take your heart to him, you take your faith to him, you say, God, help me strengthen my faith. Help me to trust again. Help me to love again. Help me to be kind again. Help me to open up my heart to the world again. He can do wonderful things for you. God can take away your anxiety, your stress. He can take away that disappointment. He can take away the betrayal. He can take all these negative feelings that you feel in your heart, and he can turn them into something positive. He can clean the slate and you can start all over again, because the feelings and the emotions we have are not supposed to be bottled up inside of us. They're supposed to be put out there. Okay, disappointment is a negative feeling. It's not supposed to stay in you. It's supposed to be released. And if you can't find anybody to listen to you, talk to God. He's right there waiting for you to call him, like, hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello, I got something to tell you today. Yes, he's waiting. He'll listen to you. Okay. If you can't find anyone to speak to God. If you think the people around you are not supporting you, speak to God. If you feel like you've just had enough, you've got so much inside of you to the point you wake up bitter every day. Every day you wake up, you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this world. Go to God. Speak to him. And let me tell you, speaking to God doesn't have to be anything complicated. I'll tell you this right now. Okay? First thing you got to do is speak. It's that simple. First thing you have to do is speak. There is no manual as in how you speak to God, because everybody has to develop a personal relationship with God, and that includes how we speak to him. Okay? There is no manual for this stuff. Okay? You can simply start by saying, God, I don't know where you are, but if you can hear me, if you're listening to me, I want to let you know that I'm not feeling well today. I'm not feeling good today. This person did this to me and it really hurt my feelings. This guy broke my heart. This girl broke my heart. I'm feeling disappointed because my boss doesn't want to give me what I deserve. My boss is talking down to me. I'm being disrespected. Whatever the issue is, whatever the problem is, go to God. Speak to him. You can speak to him the same way I'm speaking to you. You can speak to him in a simple way. You can speak to him in your bathroom. You can speak to him in your bedroom. You can speak to him while you're outside walking. You can speak to him in your mind. You don't even have to move your lips if you don't want to. It all comes from the heart. It all starts from the heart. Speak to him from your heart. God says in love and in truth. Okay? If you really want to get to know him and you really want to form a connection with him, you want to create a bond, you want to create that relationship with him, it has to be in love and in truth. It has to be in love and in truth. Okay? We can't go to the Lord with lies, because let me tell you this, before you start lying, before you start deceiving yourself, before all that stuff, he already knows what you're going to do. So it's just better to go to him in love and in truth. Okay? When you're ready to change your life, when you're really ready to say, you know what, I got to start all over because whatever I'm doing ain't working. Okay. When you're ready to say, you know what, enough is enough. Okay. I need to find a way to live a good life, to live a life where I'm proud of. When you get to the point where you say, you know what, I want to be a good example for my kids. I want to be a good example to my neighbors. I want to be a good example, of discipleship of Jesus Christ. I want to be a good example to the world. When you get to the point when you say, you know what, I don't want to live this life anymore. I don't want to do all these bad things I was doing before. I just want to, live a life connected to God, and I want to live a good and happy life. Then things will change in your life. But no matter what you do, it has to start from love and truth. It has to be love and truth. If there's no love and truth in your heart, it's hard to connect to God, because God deals in love and in truth. So let me just let you guys know right now, whatever you're going through right now, whatever difficulties you're going through right now, do not give up. The minute you give up, it becomes the end. Don't give up. It doesn't matter what anyone says to you. It doesn't matter who comes to you and tells you, you know what, just give up. Just give it all up. Let me tell you this, okay? Do not give up, because the minute you give up, it's the end. So guys, you got to trust and believe in God. King David did it. Moses did it. Prophet Elijah did it. And so can you, okay? Don't give up. Keep going. Whatever you're going through, know that God is going to be there for you. You got to connect with him, and you can start today. Start connecting with God today. Start having a conversation with him. Start talking to him about all the pain and the hurt that is in your heart. Start telling him what you need from him. Start telling him that you need help. Start being honest with him. Stop hiding things from him, because he sees it all. He knows every single corner in your heart. He knows where that door is that you hide all the pain, the hurt, the suffering. He knows it all. So just be honest with him. Just tell him, hey, I need help. I need help because whatever I'm doing is not working. I need help. I need you to teach me. I need you to guide me. I need you to help me take one step in the right direction. Okay? Guys, he's waiting for you. He's literally waiting for you to connect with him. I pray that all of you receive this message today, and I pray this helps you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye from Christian Circle.